heaven, West Virginia.
Hey guys, this is Matt. Today I'm going to show you an interview from OAN where he is interviewing Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch, and he's talked about the new discovered emails of Dr. Anthony Fauci and how he knew that gain-of-function research was being conducted in Wuhan lab in China. So go ahead and watch the video, and I hope you enjoy. Please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow.
Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton says new documents show Dr. Fauci knew the NIH was funding COVID gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. One American's John Hines has that report from Washington.
Some of these records seem to show or verify that gain-of-function research was taking place, was funded by the National Institutes of Health, by Dr. Fauci's agencies, in fact, and seem to prove, once again, that indeed Dr. Fauci was informed about gain-of-function research taking place. Is that accurate, Mr. Fitton?
Yeah, I mean, this is the proposal that was funded, at least in part, that involved the EcoHealth Alliance, which was notorious in this area, and the Wuhan Institute. And it was related to the bat coronavirus, and it involved messing with viruses and manipulating viruses in a way to study them. So I don't know how much more direct you can get. I mean, the irony in this document, it's a grant application that describes the work, is that they said, well, this isn't gain-of-function research as defined by the regulations.
It seems like you actually have proof that Mr. Fauci was actually in the loop and was informed about the activities with regard to gain-of-function research and their support, their financial support of gain-of-function research, according to the emails that you have a copy of. That essentially is what's happened, right?
Yeah, and what Fauci's excuse is, well, it depends on what the meaning of gain-of-function research is. And he has a reading that is so limited that it makes no sense and frankly should be dismissed out of hand, because these documents show they were manipulating the viruses, manipulating the spike proteins, and trying to get the related viruses to infect other biological organisms, and then pretending that's not gain-of-function. Well, you know what? Whatever you call it, it was dangerous. And they knew what they were doing was concerning, and they were very nervous about it, hence all this email traffic early on in the COVID crisis. And while being alerted that they were probably doing this type of activity that could have led potentially to, in my view, the release of coronavirus or the COVID-19 accidentally on purpose, or on purpose, however you want to term it, they were nervous they had a hand in setting this virus loose upon the American people and the world, and yet they told us otherwise.
One of these emails that you have here says that the Wuhan Institute of Virology requested support for in vitro experiments using pseudoviruses carrying the spike proteins, referring to what you just said, or live viruses in cell lines of different origins, binding affinity assays between the spike proteins and different cellular receptor molecules in humanized mice experiments. And it doesn't say, Dr. Fauci is correct, it doesn't say there that we are doing gain-of-function research, but certainly that sounds like gain-of-function research.
Let me be clear, John. When Dr. Fauci says they weren't funding gain-of-function research, he's being mendacious. He's playing games with words, and he's misleading the American people. And a government official who does that, in the least, shouldn't be given the sort of power and prestige and position that he's given in the Biden administration.
Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, talking about new emails that you guys have uncovered that would appear to certainly demonstrate that Mr. Fauci had knowledge of gain-of-function research, and that indeed gain-of-function research was being funded and was occurring involving his agency. So thank you very much for talking to us on One American News, sir.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit